They want to do business with... A lot of people out there resent success. Might want to take a swipe at me. This makes them think. If I'd have been thinking, though, I'd have had him watching my boy instead. My boy, Ted. He was right here. I didn't leave him but a minute. I told him to stay put while I talked some things over. He was never one to stay tied down to a spot, though. Got most of my staff out looking for him now. Of course, if he does that, I'll whoop him till his skinny hide turns to leather for putting me through. I'd be more than happy to have you. There'd be a lot of money in it for you, and if he ain't, you can bet I'll pay for it. That's between me, but let's just say they control the food. That's what they call themselves, the folk that run this place. They're the ones dressed all fancy with their bow ties and shiny dresses. Some of them got masks, too. Real hard to trust folks like that.
Those masks make me nervous. Is there something wrong with their faces?
Hey.
Humbly at your service.
Welcome to the Ultralux. I do hope it exceeds... What else? Mr. Gunderson and I... It's put us in a rather delicate position, you see, his coming here. But our executive chef, Philippe, has transformed Brahmin steak into... But a delicacy is just that, delicate. And if the gourmand serve... This again? I thought this was all settled. I answered every one of that investigator's questions. I know our reputation hasn't always been spotless. For the last time, the White Glove Society has never and will never consume human flesh for any reason. Now, didn't I already tell you that we don't do that sort of thing? Though we haven't always been the White Glove Society. There was another time, a dark time. But that's all changed now. We've evolved past such base... You disgust me. How dare you say such a... You'll... There was an investigator who came through here last week. He'd been hired by a young man. Well, you can already guess what probably happened. And that young group... Why, yes, I think so. I had our maitre d' Mortimer offer him a complimentary room for as long... You see, the White Glove Society remains the very picture of courtesy. A man? Well, then this... Well, this can't be. 2 disappearances in my hotel? I'm going to have a word with my staff about whether these people are found...
How may I be of service? Private investigator. This was about the missing bride. Such an awful thing. I do hope he finds... If I might pry, have you found something that... Good. I hope that young man gets some closure. Now, ordinarily, we don't give out guest information, but Let's see. He hasn't checked out yet. If you head back to the hotel rooms, I hope we can put this whole matter to rest at least. No, not... Not... Ah, yes. I've heard... Good. And you know what it is to be discreet in matters of nutrition. I'm in a bind. I've been planning an exquisite society. He's got a powerful... Yes, the wrong person. We scouted the right one for weeks. He cut ties with his family and left their estate to wander. He was ideal, corn-fed and well-to-do, but no one to miss him. Unfortunately, the trap my subordinate set for him failed, and as he escaped, I asked for a last-minute replacement. Needless to say, this could be a disaster if things aren't put back the way they should be. And I still need somebody reputable to serve for dinner. Strictly speaking, we're no longer allowed to eat people. I need a replacement, and I need the boy taken care of. The replacement must be healthy and well-bred. With so little time, we'll have to go after our original choice, Carlisle St. Clair. He lives in a shack north of here. If you could send him here or knock him out with this, and drag him into the dumpster next to his house. Ted Gunderson is his name. It would be simplest if we could convince him this was all an unfortunate... But if he won't listen, we can't very well let him go. He'll have to be slaughtered and served. Then we wouldn't need the... But you would need to deal with his father, Heck. Perhaps if you could smear some of Ted's blood around his father's... Splendid. The elder Gunderson is staying in our penthouse. I understand he's hired security, so be careful. And our Mr. St. Clair resides to the north. He rarely strays far from his house, and he's surrounded... Indeed.
This one looks pretty tough.
Come on. Had enough?
bad guys dealt with.
Who are you? You don't know? Where's the gentleman? The devil he did? He was supposed to meet me days ago. Oh my goodness me. They'll be watching everyone closer now. Mortimer, if he realizes it was me the investigator was planning to meet, he'll... Yes, the White Glove Society strictly forbids eating humans, but we weren't always... Mortimer and some of the others have... They've taken many people over the last few months, but always from Freeside or secluded. It wasn't enough. Lately they've gone for tourists here on the Strip, even in the hotel. I guess that's the hazard of a cannibal becoming a gourmet. The girl, the one who disappeared. I know what happened to her. Because I distracted her fiancé while they took her. Well, I'm not proud of it, but I had to. They could see I was having second thoughts. Some of the White Gloves began meeting privately a while back. Started talking about how we'd lost our... I started attending because I thought it was a... Then they started talking about returning to the... He's alive, as far as I know. They're trying to keep him fresh. The White Glove Society has a banquet every night at 7. It's in our private section. Mortimer wants to reintroduce humans into our cuisine, since eating people is a crime we... After everyone has eaten it, with no real way to punish everyone. I don't know exactly, I wasn't in on it. I think some of them stopped trusting me. But you can bet they're keeping him near the gourmand. Our chef, Philippe, it'd be back in the member... It's guarded both at the lobby and... I could sponsor you as an honorary member, but I don't know that you've achieved the level of status that would get... Perhaps if you were to gain some more notoriety on the Strip, we... Otherwise, you'll have to find some way to get inside quietly. It won't be easy. Well, they'll all be sampling pre-war wines before the... Although that wouldn't stop any future kidnappings. You'd have to expose Mortimer. What if his revelation were a lie? If you could somehow replace Philippe in the kitchen and you could walk Ted right through the middle of that room after Mortimer's... Philippe has been trying to approximate the taste of human flesh for years. That may be true, but I wouldn't recommend it. He's built a reputation, and it isn't for calmness and impartiality. He's not what he looks like. They call him Hurricane Heck. Lately, he's been attacking our Brahmin. He's the sort to pound in a nail with a wrecking ball. If you give him the whole story on this, he'd be liable. And God knows what he'd do to the rest of the Strip. They might, but to him, nothing is more important to the society than being on the cutting edge of New Vegas cuisine. He just has to... It's... Let's plan on me.
Time to fight.
Welcome to the ultra. Why, yes, of course. The White Glove Society is... It's only natural that you'd need... Originally, we didn't allow anyone else in, you see. Founding member. And it has. But then I had the idea... And I'm afraid you are a relative unknown. If you had more notoriety or clout here on the Strip, things would be different. The answer is still no, I fear. You need to be the talk of the town, really.
Watch out!
You, what do you think you're doing? First he's too trusting, now he doesn't trust any of us. It addles the sin. I suppose caution is the desirable course at this point.
Whoa!
Was that all?
Why are you standing still? Do you think the world waits for you while you stand there drooling? Oh, really? So despite your filthy face... Well, then why the fuck are you still standing there like you aren't the lowest... Yeah, there's nothing I'd like more than to... Now get the hell out of my... I thought I told you to get lost. What kind of hair? Oh, I see how it is. You think because my father walked out on us when I was 5, or because my mother was a deranged chem fiend who regularly brought strange men home who told me to call, or because my sisters would lock me in a God, I'd forgotten about that. How could they do? I can't stay here. I need to be alone. Forget about the It won't fill the hole, though. Just remember that.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Had enough? Had enough? Come on!
Come on!
Had enough?
Had enough?
Leave me alone. Haven't you done enough? Well, what do you want? I'm very... No! It'll ruin my... Leave me alone. Haven't you done... I'll carve that
You like that?
You like that?
Does that feel better?
Come on!
I bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me. Was that all?
Leave me alone. Haven't you done enough? About...
So I hear that. My daddy's gonna kill all you bastards once he finds out what you... My dad... God damn it, I almost died in here. Who did this to me anyway? They hit me over the head before I got... Alright, fine.
Time to fight. Does that feel better?
Had enough?
Come on. Had enough? Come on. You like that?
I can't give you anything for that injury.
Come on.
No more stim packs. We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an Autodoc suit.
You like that?
We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an Autodoc suit.
Come on.
Bad guys dealt with.
Hello.
Ready, steady, fighty.
Had enough?
No more stim packs. I can't give you anything for that injury. I can't give you anything for that injury. We're out of stim packs.
I've heard you have to make reservations.
Maybe you'd be better
early
off
on
with an
here in
Autodoc
Van.
suit.
Top Shelf is the premier bar on the strip. The drinks are overpriced. But that's the whole point.
Had enough!
Come on! You like that?
Damn.
Come on.
We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an Autodoc suit.
Had enough? Murderer.
I can't give you anything for that injury. No more stim packs. I can't give you anything for that injury.
You like that?
I can't give you anything for that
Tell
injury.
me good news. Confound it. I knew I should. I demand to know who did. Well, that does it. None of them maniacs will. Hell, I'll put me together a damn blockade. They control the food? Well, there ain't gonna be no food. It's a goddamn monument to inhumanity. Let 'em starve. I don't like this place. Whole strip, really. But you got a point. They're already hell-bent. All right. Well, I promised you I'd make it worth your while. Try not to lose it all at the same... Whoa!
No more Stimpaks. Who do you think is cuter, Dr. Klein or Dr. Boros?